Okay, we're here with Dr. Joan Rosenberg. Joan, let's just jump right into this because let's just work something out.
Okay.
Okay, unrehearsed. It's a question I get all the time.
Okay.
So I'm asking people to tell their story.
Right.
Of which, the most poignant stories, as we know, are the kind of dark ones.
Yep.
The ones that are that defining moment in your life.
Yep.
Which makes us great in certain ways. A lot of times people say, well, Bo, if I'm going to tell that story, then how am I going to keep from being trapped into that darkness of the story when in reality I want to take my audience, to an uplifted place, or I want to take them in this direction? How am I going to get out of that dark place and then take the audience back into the light?
Right.
And I think they're just afraid that their content, whatever their content might be, doesn't match the scenario of the
audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? The first thing I would say is don't allow the first time you tell the story to be telling it on stage. Just absolutely not.
Okay. Tip number one.
Right.
Don't work your problems out in front of the audience.
Exactly. That is not the first time you do the story. No. Right. In fact, many times, in order for us to not get trapped into the emotion of it or the darkness of it, we actually have to be telling it over and over and over again long before we get in front of an audience.
Yeah.
So multiple tellings of the story become important. So don't just tell it once. Tell it multiple times. Write about it. Write about it many times. Engage your friends in it. Engage peers that are in this realm with you in a mastermind group, whatever they might be doing. Engage with your peers around it, so that you're getting it out and you're telling it many more times than before you actually land on stage.
Got it.
The second thing that seems really important to me here is that you actually have an idea of where you want to go after you've hit that content. So where you're afraid of getting trapped, have an idea of how you're going to actually lift somebody back out. Of the experience. So it's again, it's not going in like you're going in fresh and I'm just going to tell a story. I get trapped in all the feelings about it and now my audience is in all that with me. No, have an idea of where you want to go. So that whether it's how you resolve the situation or how you thought through the situation or something that oh boy, that was really ridiculous, how funny that is that I was caught there. But that you not only have you taken them on the journey of that journey of struggle that you talk about all the time, but you also have some idea of where the lift is going to be. And that you've already have that sort of in mind. Even if it's not totally rehearsed.
Yeah, it's great because you're right. Every story, you think of every movie that you've ever seen. Every movie you've ever seen never starts at the top of the hill. It just always starts at the bottom of the hill.
Right.
And then throughout the movie, which is why they have 2 hours, they're struggling up that hill. And then the last frame of the film is them on top of the hill. So think of your story in the same way. You're starting at a low point because it's almost impossible to start at a high because no one really cares if you're on top of Mount Everest. They care that you're at the bottom of Mount Everest. Right. That's the only thing watchable.
Right. Right. And if I go on the journey with you, now I have the sense that I can do it too.
That's really good, Joan. So now the trap. So the question is, Bo, how come I'm getting trapped in the emotion of this low point in my life? It's because you don't have the uplifting end, the resolution, like how you come out of that, right?
Right.
That's it.
Again, and it's not the first telling.
Right, you have plenty of rehearsals, plenty of practice.
Yeah,
got to work that out. Yeah, because you cannot get on stage or in front of a camera and try to work out your life. Right? You got to do that backstage. You got to do that in private rooms and in rehearsals, and that's why you practice.
That's right.
Okay, good. Thanks. Because I'm happy that you're willing to work these things out live on camera.
Love it. It's part of the journey.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to remember anything.
Yeah, no, and it's not practiced. It's like we're doing the practice. This is what you always talk about.
Right.
This is putting the time in. It's doing the practice.
Right. All right, Joe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.